Hearts of Steel, the Cape Town Highlanders at Jacobsdal, the 25th of October 1900. The Second Anglo-Boer War, a brutal conflict between the British Empire and the Boer republics, raged from 1899 to 1902. Though the battlefields were often far from the Cape, the Cape Town Highlanders, CTH, under Lieutenant Colonel B.M. Duff, rose to answer the call. In the early months of the war, they were kept mainly in the Cape for defensive and garrison duties, guarding the crucial Cape or Kimberley railway line. Many CTH men, eager for frontline service, joined irregular units like Kitchener's Horse, Robert's Horse, and the South African Light Horse. But by October 1900, the Highlanders had their own moment of trial, one that would test their courage under fire. The Battle of Jacobsdal, Courage in the Chaos. On the 24th of October 1900, a detachment of Cape Town Highlanders under Lieutenant A.E. Jardine and Lieutenant R.J. Hughes, together with 11 men of the Cape Field Artillery, CFA, and a 15-pounder gun, marched under cover of darkness from Modder River to the small Free State village of Jacobsdal. They bivouacked on the market square, near the Landrost's office, settling in with little anticipation of the drama about to unfold. For several quiet days, the troops carried out routine duties. On the evening of the 24th of October, a concert was planned in the local schoolhouse. Guests from the surrounding farms were invited, but then a swirling dust storm, followed by squalls of rain and lightning, forced the event's cancellation. It was a fortunate decision. Unbeknownst to the garrison, Boer Felt Cornet Isak Daniel Bosman, who knew the town well, led a commando of about 70 men quietly into Jacobsdal under cover of the storm. Their aim: seize the Highlanders' prized 15-pounder gun while the men were distracted by the concert. Dawn attack. Before sunrise on the 25th of October, a lone sentry noticed suspicious movement behind a stone wall near the CFA gun position. His challenge was met by a burst of rifle fire. The Highlanders were jolted awake by gunshots, confusion, and chaos. The defenders scrambled to return fire as Boer bullets zipped through tents and echoed off the buildings surrounding the square. Snipers fired from windows and behind cover, forcing the Highlanders to fight from exposed positions. The Landrost's office provided some protection to the police and gunners, but the infantry bore the brunt of the early onslaught. Rain poured, thunder rolled, and Jacobsdal became a storm-blasted cauldron of fire. Acts of heroism. One of the most gallant moments came from driver W.A. Roger of the CFA, also a St. John Ambulance Brigade volunteer. During a lull, he ran into open ground to aid a wounded sentry. Under heavy fire, Roger dragged the man to cover, bandaged his wounds, and tried to carry him to the doctor's house. Just as they reached safety, Roger was struck and killed, a selfless act that earned him the Distinguished Conduct Medal, posthumously. Meanwhile, Veldkornet Bosman, distracted by the nearby horses, raised his head from cover and was instantly shot and killed by CTH rifle fire. He would be the only Boer casualty that day. Relief and retreat. By afternoon, casualties among the defenders were mounting, and the outlook grew bleak. Then, a lookout spotted mounted troops approaching from the northwest. Relief swept the garrison. Lieutenant Hare was returning from Modder River with 40 men, a water carrier, and supplies. As the Boer attackers spotted the reinforcements, they fled. The CFA 15-pounder opened fire on buildings where Boers had taken cover. One corner house, likely a secret arms cache, exploded and burned fiercely for 2 hours. The defenders had held their ground against overwhelming odds, thanks to bravery, discipline, and good fortune. The CTH, CFA casualties mounted, 14 killed, 13 wounded. Yet their determination did not falter. Legacy. The Battle of Jacobsdal remains a powerful chapter in the Cape Town Highlanders' history. Though small in scale, it was rich in human drama, sacrifice, and grit. Against weather, surprise, and superior numbers, the CTH stood firm. Their courage at Jacobsdal was not only a defense of a gun or a village, it was a defense of their honor, proving that even far from the headlines, but the heart of a Highlander also beats steady and strong.